Viktor Gyokeres has struggled to translate his prolific form across to the Premier League after joining Arsenal in the summer. The 27-year-old has scored just 3 goals in 7 top-flight appearances, with 2 of those coming against newly promoted Leeds United. Gyokeres was labelled a fraud on international duty by fans after extending his barren run during Sweden's defeats to Switzerland and Kosovo. The Arsenal centre-forward has now failed to score in any of his last 8 matches in all competitions for club and country, but with a trip to Fulham on the horizon, Mikel Arteta is hoping he can fire his team to all 3 points. Gyokeres was signed from Sporting Lisbon as a missing piece in Arteta's puzzle, finally, the clinical striker they were craving. The Gunners had come close to winning the Premier League in recent seasons but lacked a goal-scorer, whilst Manchester City had Erling Haaland and Liverpool dominated with Mohamed Salah. Julian Lescott thinks Gyokeres could cost Arsenal this season, describing him as okay and not a top striker, and that is perhaps a harsh assessment of the Swedish star. Gyokeres has impressed Arteta with his all-round play, including his lung-bursting runs and behind defences and piercing movement. But he'll want his big-money signing to start firing home the goals regularly, having already warned the former Coventry City star about the pressure of playing for a top club. Arteta on Gyokeres and why he has full confidence in the Swede. I told him, before the first meeting, I said, the number 9 that I want is a number 9 that when he doesn't score for 6 or 8 games, he can handle that. If not, you have to go somewhere else, Arteta said in his pre-match press conference. Gyokeres now has to prove he can bounce back from a tough situation, and he can do so by netting against Fulham. The pressure of expectation is weighing heavy on Gyokeres, and it's even worse when there's currently no fit striker able to challenge him. Luckily, Kai Havertz is closing in on a return to action after recovering from a knee injury, with Arteta potentially able to select him following the November international break. Games until Havertz could return. Fulham vs Arsenal, October 18 Arsenal vs Atletico Madrid, October 21 Arsenal vs Crystal Palace, October 26 Arsenal vs Brighton, October 29 Burnley vs Arsenal, November 1 Slavia Prague vs Arsenal, November 4 Sunderland vs Arsenal, November 8 Arsenal vs Tottenham, November 23 Havertz potential return. Havertz was instrumental for the Gunners last term, as he showcased his talent as a centre-forward in the big matches, including a goal in the 5-1 thrashing of Manchester City. Gyokeres ultimately needs someone of the German international's class to push him, and that is exactly what he will do once he returns. For Arsenal, having 2 quality strikers available will only enhance their chances of winning the title.